The story of the 1990-60 Lincoln cent begins long before the coin itself was ever struck. To truly appreciate what makes this small piece of copper-plated zinc so interesting to collectors today, we need to go back to the roots of the Lincoln cent series, a series that has become one of the most collected in all of American numismatics. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, was a major turning point in U.S. coinage. For the first time in American history, a real person, a president, no less, was featured on a circulating coin. The decision to place Lincoln on the penny was deeply symbolic. Standing for unity, moral conviction, and leadership during one of the nation's darkest periods, Lincoln's legacy made the coin instantly meaningful to the American public. By the time 1996 arrived, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for 87 years, and its design had become a familiar, everyday sight. The obverse still bore Victor David Brenner's classic portrait of Lincoln, a design so iconic that it has endured longer than any other in U.S. coinage history. On the reverse appeared the Lincoln Memorial, an image that had been introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This beautiful depiction, featuring the memorial in crisp detail, with even the seated statue of Lincoln visible between the central columns, gave the coin a sense of artistry that people often overlook when handling spare change. The 1990-60 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the 3 U.S. mint facilities producing circulation coins at the time. The Denver Mint has long been known for its high-volume output, and 1996 was no exception. That year, more than 6 billion Lincoln cents were produced, with Denver alone striking over 4 billion pieces. At first glance, this massive mintage might make the 1990-60 seem like an ordinary, unremarkable coin, just another cent among billions. But collectors know that even coins with enormous mintages can become desirable when certain factors come into play, such as condition, rarity in high grades, unique characteristics, or simply the attention the coin receives from the collecting community. To understand why the 1990-60 cent has become a talking point among modern coin collectors, it's important to look at how the numismatic community has changed over the years. The rise of online auctions, coin grading services, and digital marketplaces has created an environment where even modern coins can achieve impressive price tags if they exhibit exceptional quality. For the 1990-60 cent, value is mostly tied to superb condition. Coins that emerge from original rolls or mint sets with sharply struck details and virtually no contact marks are the ones that earn the attention of serious collectors. The craftsmanship behind the coin also deserves recognition. Even though billions were produced, the mint maintained strict standards for quality and consistency. Each 1990-60 cent features crisp lettering, the bold D mint mark, and Lincoln's familiar profile, all captured with precision in the dies. On the reverse, the steps, columns, and architectural lines of the Lincoln Memorial stand out clearly, demonstrating the skill involved in creating a coin that is both practical for commerce and pleasing to the eye. When one examines a high-grade 1990-60 under magnification, the beauty of the design becomes even more apparent. Details such as Lincoln's hair, the folds of his coat, or the delicate spacing in the memorial's columns reveal themselves in a way that many people never notice in everyday life. Collectors who appreciate the 1990-60 often highlight the coin's representation of American history. It symbolizes the continuity of a design that spans generations, linking people across time through a simple yet meaningful object. Many individuals treat these coins not merely as collectibles, but as mementos, small reminders of the values Lincoln stood for, the economy of the 1990s, or even personal memories tied to the decade. It is remarkable how much meaning can be packed into a piece of metal that most people pass along without a second thought. Now, after exploring the history, design, craftsmanship, collector interest, and modern appeal of the 1990-60 Lincoln cent, we arrive at the part viewers always wait for, the coin's current market value. While average examples remain common, the standout pieces are the ones that draw attention. And for a coin in superb condition, the 1990-60 Lincoln cent can reach a surprisingly solid value. Today, One of these beautiful high-grade examples can command a price that might astonish someone unfamiliar with the world of coin collecting. For collectors seeking that perfect addition to their sets, a premium quality 1996 D Lincoln cent holds a value of $109. This may seem incredible for a coin that once sat in pockets, cash drawers, and jars filled with spare change, but that's exactly what makes numismatics so fascinating. The smallest, most ordinary objects can become valuable treasures when preserved with care, appreciated for their beauty, or simply recognized for their place in history. And so, this little penny from Denver, minted in 1996, reminds us that every coin tells a story of artistry, history, memory, and unexpected worth. It's more than metal. It's a piece of American life, carrying with it a tale that continues to unfold each time someone discovers its true value. The story of the 2007 Lincoln cent begins long before the year it was minted. To truly appreciate this little copper-plated coin, you have to travel back more than a century, to a time when the United States was undergoing tremendous social, political, and technological change. In 1909, the United States Mint introduced the first small-sized cent featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. That decision broke a long-standing tradition. Until then, American coins had never displayed the face of an actual person. Instead, they featured symbolic figures like liberty. But when the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth approached, the Mint decided the time had come to honor one of the most influential figures in American history. Victor David Brenner, a talented sculptor, was chosen to design the coin. The moment it entered circulation, the Lincoln cent captivated the public. People cherished the idea of carrying a reminder of Lincoln's legacy in their pocket change. Over the decades, the coin became deeply woven into American culture. It survived changes in metal composition, major historical events, and evolving minting technologies. When the 2007 Lincoln cents were minted, the United States was on the cusp of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Series, which would introduce 4 new reverse designs in honor of Lincoln's 200th birthday. Because of that, 2007 sits near the end of the memorial reverse era, making it an important closing chapter in numismatic history. Although billions of 2007 Lincoln cents were produced, their individual stories vary dramatically. Some emerged flawlessly struck, bright, and beautiful, while others left the mint with tiny imperfections, variations that collectors refer to as errors. These errors, combined with condition and rarity, can turn a coin that most people overlook into something surprisingly valuable. In 2007, 3 U.S. mints struck the Lincoln cent: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally produces coins with no mint mark for circulation, contributed the largest share of 2007 pennies. Denver followed closely behind, stamping billions of coins marked with the letter D. The San Francisco Mint, however, produced 2007 cents only as proofs, high-quality, mirror-finished examples intended for collectors rather than everyday circulation. Proof coins undergo a special minting process involving polished dies and planchets, creating a crisp, mirror-like appearance with frosted details. These proof strikes are often the most visually stunning examples of any coin series. Unlike circulated coins, proof coins are made with the intention of perfection, though even they can show variations depending on how they were handled after production. Collectors prize proof coins not only for their beauty but for their role in preserving the design in its finest form. A 2007 S-proof Lincoln cent can appear so sharp and reflective that it reveals details often overlooked on circulation strikes. Even among circulation coins, not all 2007 pennies are created equal. The Mint uses high-speed presses that produce hundreds of coins per minute, and in the process, minor imperfections can occur. Misaligned dies, doubled dies, die cracks, plating bubbles, off-center strikes. These are just some of the potential anomalies that can transform an ordinary penny into a valuable collectible. A small die crack near Lincoln's portrait, or a slight doubling on the lettering might go unnoticed by someone glancing at it in pocket change, but to a collector, those tiny details can signal something rare and intriguing. Collectors often look back at the final years of a design series with particular interest. It is a coin caught between history and change, making it even more appealing to those who understand its place in the timeline. When collectors talk about valuable modern pennies, they often emphasize that condition is everything. A 2007 penny found in a jar, even if it looks pretty good, will usually be worth only face value. But a 2007 penny graded at the highest levels by a reputable grading service becomes a different story entirely. These coins don't just survive, they transcend the ordinary. This brings us to the moment many viewers wait for: the value. Collectors seek them because they represent the very best that the US Mint produced in that year. They're time capsules, perfect examples of the craftsmanship, metalwork, and artistry of 2007. And because perfection is scarce, demand rises accordingly. After reviewing the market and collector interest, the value of a superb, high-quality 2007 Lincoln cent, one preserved with exceptional care, shining with its original luster, and appealing to both novice and seasoned collectors, can reach an impressive price. So, here is the final reveal, the moment you've been waiting for. A premium example of the 2007 Lincoln cent, depending on its grade, rarity, and condition, can command a value of $115. For a coin with a face value of just 1 cent, earning $115 makes it a tiny treasure, a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary finds are hiding in plain sight. Coins like this show that history, beauty, and craftsmanship can transform even the smallest, most ordinary object into something remarkable. And who knows, maybe the next time you pull a penny from your pocket, you might just discover a little piece of treasure too.